Guys, what's going on? I'm Tim Kelly. This is the Real Sports Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's been a while since I made a video, and quite honestly, I'm trying to make good videos. I'm doing other things right now. I'm about to enter my senior year of high school. I'm playing soccer at hopefully what will be a very high level this year. So I'm just focused on other things right now. And Section 215, the Philadelphia sports site, the affiliate with FanSided that I'm the editor of, that to me right now is what is most important to me. I hate to say it, but the Real Sports Talk is still something I'm going to do, just not nearly as much as I did in past years, at least at this point. That could change in the future, but that's what I'm thinking at this point. But anyway, as you can see by the title, if you didn't catch LeBron James' interview on Fox Sports 1 last night with Bill Reeder, it was a very, very good, interesting interview. He talked about his love for Akron, his ability to play football, and among other things, his top 3 of all time, which was very interesting. I'll get to that in a second. First off, I want to talk about Fox Sports 1 because I was skeptical coming into this. I wanted to find something that I felt was an alternate to ESPN because I don't like watching SportsCenter anymore. I don't really like watching PTI. The shows on there don't interest me. I think Dan Le Batard is highly questionable as one of the stupidest shows that I've ever seen on TV. So I want to find another channel that I can truly sit down and watch sports and feel like I'm not just doing this just to not watch ESPN. And Fox Sports 1, so far, so good. They're killing it. I think that Fox Sports Live, to me, is much more entertaining than SportsCenter. They don't repeat the same topics. They do what they're supposed to do. They give the highlights, they give the analysis, and Dan O'Toole is really funny coming over from Sportsnet Canada. I like him a lot, and I think that it's a more... what's the word I'm looking for? A more loose, fun sports show to watch. And then they have the debates with Gabe Kapler, who I like a lot as an analyst. Donovan McNabb, who I've never been great on as an analyst, but he's done all right there so far. And I think that Gary Payton's on there as well. I think that this is a sports station so far that I've really enjoyed watching, and I hope it continues to be that way. Now, LeBron James was asked about his top 3 players of all time, and I've been on the record talking about where I think he could place all time. I know that a lot of people would there are people that would place LeBron in the top 3 all time. I would not do that. I put LeBron somewhere on the edge of the top 10. I still feel weird with guys like Kobe Bryant, with guys like Shaq, with guys like Tim Duncan that have played recently that I've personally watched pretty much their entire career. I still feel weird just putting LeBron James above them because of what he's done over the last 2 years and in his career and what we believe he's going to do. Do I think LeBron James in the end will pass those 3 guys? Yeah, but at this point I don't put him past any of those 3 guys when I make my all-time list. So when LeBron gives his all-time list, it's very interesting because we know the rivalry that he's had with Kobe. It never really seemed that either of those two view each other as rivals. LeBron James is called Paul Pierce's biggest rival, and he also said that, and we saw Kobe Bryant kind of back LeBron James when he went to Miami and say that people, in a sense, just need to let the guy alone. And I don't think that that's ever been as crazy as a rivalry as people think, but they played together, and you wondered if LeBron would put him on the list. He did not. A lot of people put him at number 2 because he plays a similar style to Jordan, but we all know that he's not as efficient as Jordan. He doesn't play defense, especially late in his career now, nearly as well as Michael Jordan did. So Kobe Bryant's an all-time great, don't get me wrong, but I think LeBron was right not to put him on the list. The guy that he did put on the list, as much of a douchebag as he constantly is to LeBron James, and as much of the disrespect as he shows for LeBron James' career, is Michael Jordan. And it's funny to me because LeBron James has always been respectful of the history of the NBA, and I think that's something that a lot of older NBA fans like about the guy, is that he's always respected the history. He's never, shit on, for lack of a better term, the history of the NBA. And Michael Jordan, because other people have made the comparisons between him and LeBron James, Michael Jordan always seems to take away from LeBron. We heard the 5 beats 1 ring last year comment with Kobe, which I didn't think was supporting Kobe. I think it was just taking down LeBron. And Michael Jordan is not a friendly guy. He's the best player in my mind, always will be. But he's never come off as a friendly guy. LeBron James takes the high road, does not put his personal, what Michael Jordan has said in there about him. He puts Jordan at number 1 on the list. Number 2, I'm a Sixers fan. He says Dr. J. Dr. J, in terms of impact on the NBA, I think Jordan would be 1. And Dr. J, coming over from the ABA, still trying to break down some racial barriers. I think Dr. J, impact-wise, probably would be number 2 all-time, but I don't even think he's the best Sixer. I would not put him in an all-time list above Wilt Chamberlain. I'd probably not put him above Charles Barkley full career. He might have done better with the Sixers because Charles Barkley kind of forced his way out of Philly, but I wouldn't put him above Charles Barkley. I think you're looking at top 15, borderline top 15 for Dr. J. He's a legend. He's one of the flashiest, craziest players in NBA history, one of the most fun players to watch, don't get me wrong, but I would not put him at number 2. And then Larry Bird at number 3. Larry Bird, to me, comes in at number 5, but it's give or take when you're talking about 3 through 5. A lot of people disclude centers from the list. I think a lot of people put Bill Russell on there. I wouldn't put Bill Russell in my top 5, but I would put Wilt Chamberlain in my top 5 somewhere. I would put Kareem in my top 5 somewhere. And I think I'd probably put both of them above Dr. J and Larry Bird. At the same time, I'd probably put Magic Johnson above both of them too. But it's an interesting debate to hear LeBron James say this. The fact that he does put Michael Jordan on the list, and the fact that he didn't say himself, I think that a lot of people would have at least enjoyed seeing him say that because it would have been a fun thing to talk about, and we'll see what he says at the end of his career. I doubt he'll ever say himself because, LeBron is not a cocky guy. That's what makes him different than Jordan and Kobe, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. As an athlete, I am a cocky person, and it's just a different mindset. That's not what LeBron James' mindset is on the court or off the court. He's a more humble, laid-back type of guy. He's not jumping up and down and crying after he wins a championship like Kobe and Jordan did. He's shaking the other team's hand. If it's me, I'm jumping up and down. I'm popping the champagne bottles, everything, the whole 9 yards. But at the same time, he's a different type of guy. And Gary Payton, who played at the same time as Michael Jordan, and most people think didn't get a ring because of that, he leaves Michael Jordan off his top 5 list, and I've liked top 3 list. I like watching Gary Payton so far on Fox Sports 1, but I gotta say that just comes off as a little bit of jealousy. But whatever the case is, very, very interesting interview last night on Fox Sports Live with Bill Reeder, who I think he did a very good job. He's very open and candid during the interview. He told LeBron that when he went to left Cleveland to go to Miami, he felt less of him at that time. And I like when you're just open in an interview. I like when we see people interviewing people and you don't feel like there's a handshake agreement before the interview that we're going to be friendly, we're going to ask all the nice questions, we're going to stick away from certain things. That it's two guys getting on there and just having a discussion. That's what sports media is supposed to be about. And so far, man, Fox Sports 1 looks good. I like Bill Reeder's interviews. If you have not caught Fox Sports Live, it's on late at night, but then they rerun it all morning. Crazy, crazy, crazy good show so far from me. So check it out. I will catch you guys next time. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, whatever you want to do. Hit me up on Twitter at CashKelly_TRST, KASHKelly_TRST, Facebook.com/TheRealSportsTalk, Section215.com. I will see you guys next time.